More tribe beats, baby.
So believe it or not, I used to stay in that trailer right there. Unbelievable. So what's up, everybody? I went by and showed you that place. I didn't stay there because, like I said, I haven't been there in, what's it been, 18 years now? And so I don't know whose property it is. You can see that from the video that it's really, really dilapidated. So I don't know whose property it is. It could be the people next door, and I didn't want to be walking around it. So I'll just tell you my little testimony from here. I got a scripture. It says in Psalms 91:11, it says, "For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone." All right, so the part where it says, "In their hands they shall bear you up," that literally happened to me. Some weird things that happened before that event happened. So I was kind of like in a dry pattern of not getting any prayers answered, nothing. I mean, nothing was getting answered. I mean, I remember seeing a prayer get answered, and it took a year. All right, so anyways, I was going back to the back room to go pray about it. The minute I hit the floor on my knees, the fan I had turned on to drown out the noise, the plug came out of the outlet on its own. All right. Now, obviously, plugs and cords don't do that. They don't just come out of the outlet. It just came out. So that supernatural event or whatever it was kind of woke me up to like something's going on here, right? After that, laying on my living room floor, and I was reading the Bible, and I was trying to find an answer to a question about finances because a lot of things wasn't, like I said, a lot of prayers weren't getting answered. I just didn't have the answer. And so I was down there praying, thinking about it, praying, and all of a sudden I felt this presence. Like somebody stood right in front of me. You know how you got that presence where if you're walking down a dark alley and the back of your neck or the hair, stands up, but in a bad way? Well, this was a presence that was in a good way, but it was in a way where I couldn't even lift my head. It was like this strong force, strong presence of God that just kept my head down. I could not even look, right? And this happened, I was sitting there for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, laying there, not sitting, but laying there, trying to lift my head up. I couldn't do it. It was such a strong presence. And you can tell this being or whatever it was like its 2 feet was right in front of my head. I could sense. And so the next thing I saw was the pages of the Bible started turning automatically. Now, there's no wind in here, okay? It just turned slowly. Lifted up, turned over. I mean, listen to me. The pages lifted up. It wasn't like wind blew it. It lifted up slowly and turned over. And it went to the exact scriptures that answered my previous questions that I was asking the Lord during prayer. Amazed me, all right? So that's another thing that opened up my eyes to what was going on. Those things led to the last thing I'm about to tell you. Now, we were playing, my family and I, we were playing like tag. We was running through the house, running through the yard, just playing tag, running around. So in the front of our door, we had this porch that's about 4 feet off the ground. It was real slippery on top of there. So when I jumped up, I landed with 2 feet on top of the stairs trying to chase him. Both my feet hit the stairs not the stairs, but the top of the porch at the same time. And when they did, they slipped, went up in the air, and I went falling backwards. Okay, and I just knew for a split second I was gonna mess up my tailbone or something. Next thing I know, 2 hands went underneath my arms, lifted me up like I was nothing. Okay, set me on the ground again like I weighed nothing. All right, like a teddy bear that you would put on the pillow softly. That's how strong this angel was when he picked me up, like I was nothing. Just picked me up and set me down. Okay. I continued to chase after them after that, not because I wanted to attack them, but I wanted to tell them what had just happened. I was shocked, okay, that this happened. So a lot of these supernatural events that were happening to me started opening my eyes to the supernatural world is more real. And the Lord changed my direction. And he was really showing me that, hey, this is a reality. The spiritual world, my presence, me, God, is a reality. All right. Because I was getting real dry in the faith. I even got to the point where I was about to give up. I was really going to not give up on God, but just give up trying to do anything ministry wise or anything like that, or I'm just gonna stop, just become normal, dry, played out, what do you call it, washed in the faith. At that point in my life, I was going to church, blah blah blah, but this is where I was at. I was trying to buy a house. We were trying to buy a house, and our prayers weren't getting answered to believe for when we was believing for a house. Prayers wasn't getting answered. And this is what I said. I said, I'm going to get this house without God. I actually said that. I couldn't believe I actually said that. But I said it. I said, I'm not going to pray about it. God, just stay out of it. I'll do it. That's the mindset I was in at that time. Okay. And guess what happened with the house? The house was like literally like across the street. We did everything. We paid off a lot of debt, saved up some little bit of money to purchase it. We thought, got the realtor, went to the house closing. See, this is what happens when you just say, forget God. We went to the closing. People didn't even show up for the closing. Found out that there was a lien on the house. Couldn't even sell the house. All right. Went there, thought we was going to get the keys. The whole deal got sunk. Failed completely. So anyways, that's the kind of mindset I was in. So I was very shocked that these little supernatural occurrences were happening to me. And it's like God was still pulling me. He knew my heart. He knew I still loved him and wanted to serve him. But I was just going through a dry place. Anyways, so thanks for listening to my testimony. I got another one coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, God bless you. Thank you all for listening. And may you have a wonderful, wonderful 2023. And may you be ready for his coming. God bless.